Believe me, these games which we are going to talk about are those who became the best selling franchise because of us. We bought those games and made them rich. Yes, the favorite game of yours could be one of the best selling video games of all time. So watch the video till the end because it's gonna surprise you. We will be talking about 10 of the games and you have probably heard of the name of all these games or you have probably played them. Before we start, hit that like button and subscribe the channel. Join us as our notification squad. Game number 1, Pokemon. $90 billion. The highest grossing video games franchise. You may have earned most of its money from merchandising, but Pokemon Red, Green or Blue or Yellow still ranks 7th among the top selling video games of all time, topping out at 47,520,000 copies. Game number 2, Mario. $30.25 billion. Arguably the most recognizable video game characters in the world, Mario has made Nintendo a lot of money over these years, with the Super Mario series alone bringing in nearly $15.9 billion since his inception in 1981. This character has hopped all over the world in many formats. Game number 3, Call of Duty. $17 billion. This franchise, Black Ops 4 title alone brought in $1 billion in sales, with its World War II title doing the same in 2017. It's widely considered in the industry to be a blockbuster and it only seems to gain more traction over time. Game number 4, $14.808 billion. Yes, it's true that the Y is a console, but it's also its own branch of video games, with series like Y Sports, Y Play and Y grabbing a novice gamer audience in a family-focused environment. Game number 5, PacMan. $14.107 billion. The arcade game that was an absolute blast in the 1980s is still kicking, with many throwback titles and new puzzle games still promoting the world's favorite palette muncher. Game number 6, Space Invaders. $13.93 billion. This is the oldest game on our top 10 list. Originating in 1978, Space Invaders is a classic game that is still popular every time it's re-released. Gamers, it seems, are almost always on call to stop a new invasion, but some invaders have managed to infiltrate the real world. Game number 7, Dungeon Fighter Online. $11.8 billion. The next on our list of top video games franchise may be one of the most non-gamer Americans have not heard of, since DFO is hugely popular South Korean multiplayer beat-em game. Nevertheless, it has about 600 million players worldwide. Game number 8, Street Fighter. $11.279 billion. One of the biggest gaming franchise that is famous for its movies, games and crossover, Street Fighter is arguably the most popular fighting style video games of all time, beating out its popular competitor Mortal Kombat by nearly $10 billion. Game number 9, Final Fantasy. $10.656 billion. An absolute titan of gaming world, this is arguably the top role-playing game among the best-selling franchise. This critically acclaimed series has created a legacy and set a standard that all other RPGs strive for. Game number 10, Warcraft. $10.627 billion. For Americans, this is the big name in MMORPGs, among the biggest video game franchise, with famous titles like Hearthstone, Warcraft, Orcs and Humans, and of course the famous World of Warcraft aka WoW. Gamers have been adventuring in Azeroth since 2004.